Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I have another crafty video for you today. I can't brag too much because I have a little haul video to do after this, so can't say too much, but just happy I've been doing more crafty videos. So let's get to it. This is the vampire owl that you're seeing on this card, and he's from the Silhouette online store. He is number 48295, and then let me just show you a little bit about the card, and then we're going to put one together. I just wanted you to see what we're going to put together. And I used another action wobble. I'm trying to get rid of these things. I have tons of them. I bought so many and I really don't use them. So I'm trying to use them up. A little fun, make my sister-in-law laugh, because my sister-in-law's, I think it's a medical technologist. She's the one that works in the lab, and when you send stuff, we'll go with blood and other things, to the lab, she's the one that looks at it and tells you what's wrong. So I thought vampire, haha, kind of funny. And she loves owls. So I thought this would be the perfect little card to send to her. So I've just got some American Crafts ribbon up here. This is from the Boohoo Recollections stack from Michael's from last year. This diamond, purple, and black paper. All the cardstock is Recollections as always. And then on the inside, I used my wonderful adapter. This is the marker one. I got the marker one because you can fit chunkier things, but it still screws down so you can fit pens. And this is the pen I used. This is the, see if it will, bring my hand up. Hello. Oh, focus. Oh, so I'm knocking you around. Sorry about that. This is the Papermate Inkjoy. I just did these in a haul video the other day. They were actually on clearance at Walmart. But I'm really impressed with the job that they did. Now they had one that said, my ATG kind of caught my card a little bit. You can see it's a little messed up, but it'll be okay. It'll be all right. And I'm OCD, so it's very hard for me to say that. I was very impressed with the job that it did. It almost looks like a marker. So the other one was a ghoulishly something Halloween. The other sketch saying that I have from the Silhouette online store. And this phrase is number 48797 on the Silhouette online store. But you can head over to my blog, www.crazycatladycraft.blogspot.com for all the details, the supplies, the sizes I've used, all that stuff. And if there's an online link that I have, I put it. So like I'll list a link to go get your own holder, and she has them for all the die cutting machines that I know of out there on the market. So my advice would be to get the marker one because it holds the Bic Market markers, but it also holds like pens and stuff like that too. So, but please go get yours. This is, I used American Crafts markers. This orange was a little too bright for the project. I had done it for my kitty cards, that previous video, and it was a little too bright, but it did a wonderful job, really wonderful job. I'm just so happy with this. I actually smile when stuff comes out of the Silhouette with the sketch thing. I didn't think I'd like it as much, and I wasn't going to get it, and I was going to get it one day, and I'm like, no, it's too much. And one day she posted a code in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in. And I'm like, oh, it's meant to be. It's on sale. There's a code. So I got it. And I'm so glad I did. I absolutely love it. So let's get to putting together our card. So we're going to start with our owl first. Then I also have something else I want to share with you too. I got too much. Well, actually, let me do my little blurb share here too while we're here. You know, I got those milk glass Mod Podge things and the molds. I made my first ones and they did not come out perfect. Here's my little bird. He's missing his beak, but I tried. These are my first ones. Here's another little bird. He's got his beak, but a little extra, but I've just been trimming this off with scissors. So I'm just trying to get practiced. This was my best owl so far, I think. He's missing a little bit of his ear there, but I got the feet. So I was pretty happy with, these are my first ones. So they're going to get better as time goes on. I was really happy with my butterfly. My butterfly came out. So those will be fun to color in and paint. And I assume I can do it with my Bic Market markers. I don't know. If you know, let me know. If not, I'll try it. But otherwise you can use like acrylic paint. But that would be fun. I never thought of with the Bic Market markers. So see, some stuff I get a little bit better. and like I got his ear in there, and then I got the little extras, but I've just been cutting that off with my X-Acto knife and calling it good. So I'm gonna make some magnets out of those, but I just wanted to share what I had done so far with those. Okay, so let's get to our owl card. I have all the pieces already cut for us right here, and I used my new Xyron. I've already used it, so I don't need to use it again, but I used my new Xyron today, the 3-inch one, to put all the little pieces down. So, oh, I'm sorry, I'm bumping into you today. Just gonna move over my owl card so I can get my placement correct on everything, because I want to get your placement right on stuff. And I bumped you in a bad way, I guess. All right, let's try this and see how it goes. Okay, so the first thing you want to do that I have found is put the little feet on, because it was kind of a pain. And I would advise when doing your little owl feet, don't use the Xyron, just put adhesive on the little stick leg part, because that's all you really attach. So I'm gonna pop him up with pop dots and it will dry eventually. But I think what we're gonna do, actually, on second thought, let's go ahead and get our owl all situated, and we will just leave some room at the bottom. So we're gonna go ahead, get adhesive, put on our owl. We just want to hooky that down. I'm trying to save my ATG because of course I'm low. I have the refill for it, but I don't want it to die in the middle of the video. So if it does, I'll just pause the video, change it real quick, and come back. So you don't have to watch that. So the trick with this is you want to have your ears a little up. You want it centered. You want a little bit of the red showing on the top and a little bit of the red showing on the bottom. So we're going to leave that right there, and we're going to, let's see, do we like that? Yeah, that works for me. Okay, so now that we know where our owl is, we're gonna take his little legs, and I have adhesive up under the owl too. So let's see if it wants to stick. It doesn't seem to want to stick. So we will put one there and get our other one off the sheet over here that I have done. I like to put one together ahead of time before the video, so if there are any surprises, I'm kind of ready and can give you guys a warning about it in case you guys want to go out. I know sometimes I see these videos and I'm like, oh my god, I have to make that. So I like to try to do it ahead of time so that when I show you how to make it, if you want to go out and make it, oh, see, that's the problem, he's sticking. If you want to go make it, you know my little tips and tricks. So, okay, on the owl, we want to make sure these little things are going down. So we're going to go ahead and get our adhesive put on there. I'm kind of sad to see Halloween go. I didn't really start crafting till the end of Halloween, but it'll be fun. Christmas cards are fun, and I'm pretty excited because in the Silhouette store, they've had some new Christmas owl editions. You've seen all the Christmas owl stuff I've bought, so I'm glad to see that they have some of those additions in there so it can go with my paper and such. And this you're going to just kind of line up down here. Oop, after we hide the little bit of adhesive that snuck over there. And my son's out for a run, so if you hear him come in, it's okay. It's good. All is good. All right, so we just want a little border down there. Okay, we're going to stick that down. And then we're going to put him aside for a second. Oop. With his sticky little toes, and we'll come work on his eyes. All right, so let's get his eyes built. First thing I want to do with his eyes are these little gray pieces here. We'll get these on. Okay, my son's coming in, so you'll hear noise. He's out for his daily run. He runs like 60, 70 miles a week. Kid's insane. Okay. I love him. He's all mine. And we just got wonderful news. He is a finalist in a national contest. It was open to high school seniors. They picked the top third, and he was chosen. So it's very exciting. So now we wait. The paperwork goes off to the college he wants to go to. and we wait in here. So December 2nd will be a big day in our house if we'll find out what's going on. Okay. Now I thought of doing glossy accents on the eyes, but I didn't this time because, oh, and I'm out of frame. I didn't this time because my other one was basically together, and there's really not room once you've got him together because of the way his I guess the bridge sits. So, and I was going to do it so I could do it with you guys in the video, but I wanted to do this video today, and I figured I would probably have to let it sit overnight because of the size of the eyes. So just an idea of something you could do. And I've got adhesive on my eye here. All right, we'll deal with it after. So we get the side there, and we just want the little hole down kind of there, and then center the rest of it. So then we'll take our adhesive eraser, because this Xyron is pretty gooky. When you pull it up, adhesive is everywhere. You really have to, and it tells you right on the paper to rub over the thing, but you really have to because it's really on there. So I was trying to think, maybe we will, trying to think if we should pop his eyes up a little. No, we won't, because we got to pop in the drawing, from what I could see, the bridge wasn't popped up, but I thought, ooh, that would look really cool if that was popped up. So I decided to go ahead and pop it up, and I was really happy with how it came out. Hopefully I'm doing a better job of staying on screen. I just edited one of my other videos. It just went live this morning, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so horrible. I'm trying to show you how to tie a bow, and I'm out of screen. You can't see. So luckily I caught on and caught up eventually. And this is another thing with the nose. I would just do the top of the beak. I didn't realize most of it would be off the little eye part. So I kind of just put it through the Xyron. So the only thing I'd really use the Xyron on are these little gray moon shapes. I'd use it on the black. You could use it on the white if you wanted to, but I wouldn't do the beak or the little toes, even though they're little. That was my thinking was, oh, they're little, that'll be good. But it doesn't really hooky down, so. And that's the official term, is hooky down. Okay, and I'm trying to think the way I did this last time. Let's go ahead and get some pop dots on here. Get 2 big ones. You know me, not shy with the adhesive, because this has to go all the way to Montana, so I want to make sure it arrives in one piece. All right, and we're going to leave the backing on those for the moment. So this piece goes right about here, right about there. And then the eyes, you kind of want the black up under. So you want it about, I would say, about right there is good. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and get his little, I don't know what you call this. I'm calling it the bridge. It's like the bridge of the nose or the bridge of this, or not just because it's part of my name. Ha ha ha. Crafting's supposed to be fun. We should be laughing. Ha ha ha. Okay, and I'm going to tip him a little so I can see, but it's a good guide because you want it kind of down. It gives him like a furrowed brow, like he's angry. He's an angry owl. And you want it right about where the tip of his nose is. So I'm a little off, a little low, but pff. And can you believe I'm saying pff? I'm shocked. Okay, and then we have his little arms. This will be his one over here. And for this, my secret to this one, you want that right about there, because the secret to putting this on is to bring this over, because what you're gonna have is, I'm gonna put that in just a little bit. You want that, you want this shoulder poking out, but you don't want any, you want this poking out a little. on the side, but you don't want the actual like finger showing, if that makes any sense, like the little thing poking out down here. You just want to see like the first, like right there is pretty good for that one. And for this one, we want right about there. So we can take this off, and then I want to have this one just up a little bit more. So we're just gonna pull this up and put that down. Oh, there, I had it good, and then of course so we'll put a little bit more there. Okay, we basically know where we want this. We want that second finger like right in there. Okay, and we'll just check it. Oh, and one thing, in case I had to take that up, I don't have to, I'm happy with the placement. Somebody had told me, I don't know which YouTube video this was from, but if you stick something down and you don't want it down and it's kind of like right here, go in with your spatula and it will just pull up just a little bit, and it won't wrinkle or dent your paper as you're trying to pull it up. So that's kind of a cool tip. That way it's not a lost cause if you accidentally stick something down and you didn't want it down. So you can still have a second chance there. Okay, and that's right about where we want this wing. So this one, oh, let me just double check the inside of the cape. I was just looking at the outside. Yep, that's perfect. So we're gonna hold that down and come in here with this. Okay, and I'm gonna pop his cape up as well. I just like the look. I like having the dimension. So having the dimension in the, I'm trying to stick towards the inside here so that the pop dots don't go off the page. This one, I didn't really follow my own rule, but these seem to come up pretty well. I got these at Hobby Lobby. They're the 3L scrapbook adhesive, but they're just black. And they seem to come up pretty well if you have an oops moment, which I've been known to have an oops moment. Okay, so we like that. There's our little dude. Okay, so let's get this put on. Make sure that one's stuck down. Ooh, bumping into you again. Okay. So let's get this just right about. I don't want any of the red sticking out from the underneath. So right about there. Get that, and then just kind of let that fall on the other side. So there's our owl. So let's go ahead and get our card put together. And we're going to use some of the gray ribbon. Get out, these are my Ginger scissors. If you're interested in those, check out Joann's. They have sales on them. And we're going to go ahead and use hopefully a little of our HEG. Like I said, if I have to, I'll just stop the video and reload. That sounds really bad, but it's just a scrapbooking gun. It's not bad. Okay, and what I'm looking at here is I'm trying just to align this with the tips of the diamond pattern so that I know that my ribbon is basically straight, and that one pulls up a little too much for me. So let's see, and I'm happy with that. So let's go ahead and see if we can have enough adhesive to make it. Hopefully we can. So now that I did the outsides of that, I'll just add in this just for extra. Go across the ribbon. Okay, so we're gonna go with our card opening. Other one I did the other, well, I kind of like this way. So I guess we'll go this way. So we're just gonna center our card here, and this is a 5x5 card. So you start with a piece of 10. Because I made two, I started with 10x10 cardstock. You cut it in the center at 5. Then you have two 10 by 5 cards, and you're going to score at 5 to give you the 5 by 5 card. This piece, my base layer, the black and purple diamond, is cut at 4 7/8 by 4 7/8 since it's a square card. Let's go ahead and hopefully I can, ooh, I can zoom out a little. Hopefully I can control myself and stay in the camera angle this time when I'm doing the ribbon here. Okay, and like I said, I hate to waste ribbon, but just take enough so that you can comfortably tie your bow. And that should be good. And this is easier. This is American Crafts ribbon. I think I mentioned that. This is easier because it's like a satin ribbon and there's no pattern. So, but I'm still gonna try to flip this so that my satin part is showing when I make my bow nice and tight. And then, okay, may have to fidget with this off camera. Maybe I should have gone that way. Okay, let's try it again. See, bow making, it's real bow making. All right, so yesterday it was really simple to do on camera. Today it's fighting me a little. Okay, so let's go and get that, and there, and there we go. This time it didn't fight as bad. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that tight, and then we can kind of shape our bow. Like, I don't want the sides that humongo. Okay. And just, like I said, I usually say fidget a little, fidget a lot, because it's not a little. I usually fidget with them. Okay, so that's good. So I'm kind of irritated that I'm wasting this much ribbon, but that's why I leave it attached on one side, because I don't want to waste a lot. But at the end, hopefully I have enough for one more cheater bow. Okay, so we got this here. So we're gonna go ahead, and this time we're just gonna pop dot our owl up. So go crazy with the pop dots here. So just for reference, if you're gonna make this card and you're gonna duplicate what I'm doing and you're gonna send this out, it is gonna cost you extra because it's puffed up. So it's gonna cost you a little bit extra, but it's worth it because it just gives it a little character. And yes, I'm crazy with the pop dots. I keep saying that, but I think there are some non-believers. Then you see how many pop dots I use. But this way it's nice and secure. Okay, oop, thought I got that one. Guess I didn't. Okay. And then we're just gonna sneak our little dude up in here. And there he is. We can tuck our little bow behind his head. Okay, and then we're gonna come along and we have our inside, ooh, upside down. Inside already cut, so go ahead. And this part is not, oh, and there she goes. All right, there's the end of that, but that's okay. We will not use our good scissors to cut this. Use those. And then we can just use our tape runner to finish up if I can ever get the ATG off my finger. There we go. Okay. And just use lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of it so it doesn't come off. Make sure your words are going in the right direction. Always check your card front to make sure it's going right, and to check your inside to make sure that's going right. And another idea for you, I was originally going to do this in gray, but I had already cut it in white when I remembered I was going to do it in gray to kind of match with the inside of the owl here, his little eye. You could also put like a strip of the matching paper, the pattern paper, the black and purple diamond down in the bottom to kind of tie it together. But I wanted to have a place to write my sentiments since this was the size that it was. So there you go. We have two little different owl cards. This bow I attached with, it's an actual bow, but I attached it with hot glue. So I tied the bow and then just attached it to the strip. And this one's an action wobble. And this one is just a cute little owl card. This is an actual bow tied on there. And so there we go. We have those. So I thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to stop by my blog to get a complete supply list and details on how you can duplicate this exact card at www.crazycatladycraft.blogspot.com. As always, thanks for joining me and happy crafting.